Good evening, and welcome to the first ever edition of Randall's Reads. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to be talking about my favourite books, favourite writers, and some of the memorable characters that they've created. Hopefully, I'll give you some recommendations that might help you to find your new favourite book, favourite writer, or short story collection. And please, do feel free to hit the comment section below and give me a few recommendations of your own. To kick things off, I'd like to start with Of Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham. The reason I picked this particular book is because it features one of the most reprehensible characters in literary history, a woman so poisonous she makes Madame Bovary look like a modern-day saint. To give you a little bit of context about the story itself, the main character is a really kindly soul called Philip. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the best start in life. Firstly, he's born with a club foot, and secondly, his parents die when he's at a very young age. As a result, he's brought up in the countryside by his aunt and uncle. He doesn't have a very happy life. He's bullied at school on account of his affliction, and he doesn't really know what he wants to do or who he wants to be. Eventually, he ends up in London, where he trains to become a doctor, which was his father's profession. And it's there that he meets Mildred, who's waiting on tables in a tea shop. From the outset of the relationship, she's absolutely horrible to him. She picks up that he's a weak, kind-hearted man who'd do anything for anybody else. And she just wants the best meal, she wants new dresses, she even runs off with men in front of him. But because Philip has got such low self-esteem, he can't see any bad in her, and the more she wants, the more he gives. There's one really excruciatingly painful scene around the midway of the book. Misguidedly, Philip introduces Mildred to one of his best friends, a renowned ladies' man. Inevitably, they hit it off and have this whirlwind romance. Philip thinks it's just some sort of fling, so he even goes so far as to lend them some money so they can go away for the weekend together. And the whole way he justifies this to himself in his head, that she'll come back to me, we'll live happily ever after, you're screaming at the book, please, saying, please, just get this woman out of your life. Inevitably, she disappears for months and months, he doesn't see her again. But throughout the rest of the book, she periodically flits in and out of Philip's life, and she's always down and out, and he always, because he's such a nice person, he always helps her. But you meet these people in life who just take, and they always end up with nothing in the end. And while that does happen to Mildred, it's no real consolation to the reader because she's just treated Philip so terribly, literally ruined his life, gone through all his savings. It still leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth. But it's beautifully done, the whole relationship, and it's beautiful characterisation, and it is a really tremendous read. It's called Of Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham. I'd recommend that you all take a look. Okay, that's my first recommendation. Thank you for listening. Good evening.